And Vanessa, you've been working on a heartwarming story about a dog and the family that let it in. Can you tell us a bit more about that now?
Oh, yes, Eddie. It was so much fun doing this story. Many abused animals are taken into animal shelters every year, hoping if they will ever get a second chance in life. Well, it did happen to this Heartland dog, thanks to a loving Northeast Missouri family. Take a look.
Who can ever forget this horrifying image from March 2011 of a helpless dog getting abused from her very own owner? That was Chloe, the dog then. This is Chloe now, 4 years later, thanks to the help of her new owner, who we'll call Cris. Cris saw the video and heard the story here on KTVO and wanted to adopt Chloe.
It was so hard to watch anybody treating an animal like that, and her body language was clear that she was scared and upset.
After getting an extensive background check done with the Ottumwa Police Department, Cris was able to take Chloe home to raise her as her own pet. But she had no idea just how much Chloe really was affected from her abuse. The biggest adjustment for Chloe was learning to trust again.
When I first got her, her emotional trauma was really bad. And first day I had her, I went to sweep and I picked up the broom and she immediately dropped to the floor and started shaking uncontrollably. And I felt really bad for her. She has since become much more comfortable. She just didn't understand language. Nobody had ever taught her language. And she's always wanted to be obedient. And now that she understands language, she's very obedient.
Not only was Chloe constantly beaten, her previous owner would chip Chloe's claws down until they bled. The abuse didn't leave Chloe with any visible scars, but it did leave her with a post-traumatic stress disorder.
She really doesn't like going to the vet, but he told me she'll never get over the trauma of that, and getting her shots is usually a fairly traumatic event for her. She's so gentle. She never tries to bite. She never tries to hurt anyone.
Cris told us with time, Chloe has learned to trust her and know that her family was giving her a loving home. Chloe even found a forever best friend in Chris's grandson, Caleb.
Sit with her and lay on her back and ride her like a horsey, and I like to play with her when she gets scared, and I'm like, it's okay, Chloe.
Even though it's been a challenge, Cris says she wouldn't change a thing of what she did to give an abused dog a second chance at a happy life.
I thought when I adopted her that I would be able to cure her of all of her anxiety, and it took me a while to realize that she was always going to have some anxiety, and I just needed to be sensitive to that. Yes, I would definitely adopt her again. I mean, I think it's hard to know how it's going to turn out, and you have to make a commitment.
Now, Cris added that every animal is different depending on the type of abuse they dealt with. She said the abused animal should go to a home with someone who can understand their situation and want to help the animal feel secure by simply getting to know them. Eddie, back to you.
Thank you, Vanessa.